This is the park that we came to. Huh? Beautiful park. Didn't quite stop and do the exercises on the exercise machine. Just did one, which is Tai Chi. Uh, yeah. A little dirty. A little dirty. Look at the turtle. Beautiful fountain. There's the shot right there. That's the shot. Yeah. So I ain't mad at myself, for getting out here and enjoying some of this beautiful temperatures and filtered sun. Yeah. This is it. So yeah, this is more therapeutic and exercising. So me and my dog, so we could bond together. Yeah? Yeah. Even though she's more interested in female. So one of the things that I enjoyed watching yesterday was a video where men, need to recognize that women, uh, want to provide an inheritance and a legacy for the children, regardless of whether the men want to do it or not. um, and when women get, abandoned, ghosted, um, rejected, you know, in these relationships, that as a single parent, she usually adopts the the quest to assure the survival of the human race. See, a lot of people, they want to believe, oh no, it's all about your lineage, it's all about your legacy, but realistically, it's more than that. We also have to take under consideration that the human race needs to keep going, and that, yeah, we might have some hiccups along the way, right? We might feel like, oh, this is a horrible place, and we're not going to win against evil, before, the powers that be decide to take us out, right? And a lot of us are like, no, as long as there's one decent person on this planet, they're not going to take out everybody, right? They're going to subscribe punishment appropriately, as was stated in the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a book about karma based off of individual actions and consequences for those actions. Okay? And of course, those types of individual punishments are not always seen, and they're more subtle and take longer than, say, if somebody was just execution in front of a firing squad. So now that I'm over here in Mesquite, we taking our walk. Let's see what's going on here. Let us see what's going on here. Yeah, every time I get onto DoorDasher, it always seems to be, Casa. So yeah.
Drive north on Olympia Drive, then turn left onto Northwest Drive.
We're gonna go to Taco Casa and see if we can drop off this order. I'm hoping it's not a pickup, but DoorDash is not supposed to be a client pickup. So Let's do this. Let's do this.
Turn left onto Northwest Drive. Continue for a half mile.
Father and son run. Nice.
In a quarter mile, bear left onto North Beltline Road. Bear left onto North Beltline Road. Continue for 1 mile.
Okay, the temperatures out here is 76 degrees on a Sunday. We're on our way to do a DoorDash. Not an Uber, but a DoorDash at Taco Casa. I have a feeling that this is a big order.
In a half mile, turn right.
But even if I only do one order today, at least we're staying busy. We are not letting Oh, okay. So Racetrack has an electrical charge station. I didn't know that. So if Racetrack is having an electrical charge station, I wonder if their credit card might work for the electrical charge station. What? Wow. That would be amazing. Because even though the app, the EV app that I went on to, I attached it with my credit card so that, you know, my charges can be documented for business purposes, right? Because as a delivery person, I am an entrepreneur, right? I am a contractor for hire. Why is that person riding down the street with their back trunk open? Wow. Interesting. People do some of the weirdest things, I swear. Now this man is at a light. He could get out of his car, push down his back door, but he's not. He's leaving it open.
Turn right. Then turn right.
Let's see.
You have arrived at 6118 Broadway Boulevard, Garland, Texas 75043-5826, United States.
So we're on our way to Heath, Texas, okay, to deliver this order. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this zipper. Damn it. So yeah, I'm going to keep it closed this way for now because the zipper got stuck. Now we're on our way to Heath, Texas. This verification was a different. I actually had to check off each item that it was on the receipt, and she said it was in the bag. I didn't look in the bag, but I verified with the clerk
Drive east, then
it
turn
should
right.
have been in the bag. Okay.
Turn right onto West Interstate 30. Then make a left U-turn to stay on
here
West
we
Interstate 30.
go. And then I'm gonna have to deal with this bag after this drop off.
Make a left U-turn to stay on West Interstate 30. Then take the Interstate 30 East ramp on the left.
We're gonna go across the bridge.
Take the Interstate 30 East ramp on the left.
Right around. Okay. So we did our lightweight exercises.
Continue for 7 miles.
We did a little walk at the park. Now we're doing a delivery. This kind of looks like, you know, how my days are going to be, right? Amazon, and I'm no longer getting that 21 plus per hour, right? I wish, it would have worked out for me. It would have worked out a hell of a lot better if, they would have kept the quota at 250 per hour rather than trying to get people to do 330 per hour and telling them that 300 per hour is the minimum acceptable retrieval rate. Okay? But everything happens for a reason, We are exactly where we're supposed to be. And, I've been watching some other videos where people, they're encountering problems, right? And the thing about it is that, yes, we are going to have problems. But the thing that matters most of all is how we handle the problems, right? Do we let our problems defeat us, right? Do we let our problems take us to the dark side and do things that we could never make up for the actions that were taken, or do irreparable damage? You understand? Because we're only living this life for a good time, for a short time, not a long time, and not forever. Now, maybe we were all angels that, have fallen short, right? Was tempted one way or another, right? Whether it's money, fame, sex, anyway, for whatever reason, maybe it was just sheer rebelliousness against, Mother, Father, God that said this, okay, it's like you got to go down here and learn your lessons. Right? Maybe we was just gluttonous. All right, maybe. Whatever the case may be, here we are. Right? Trying to balance out our spiritual existence with this one of, material existence. And like I said before, the only time the bad guy wins is when the good people do nothing. Right? When good people do nothing, it's the only time bad guys win. These are some beautiful apartments over here. Would have been
take exit 67A.
67A. could have been an Atkins drink and a protein bar. I did not bring it with me. I tell you, I just love Lake Ray Hubbard. It's a beautiful lake. It's beautiful. Even with all of this construction going on. And, you know, they're making the walls and stuff to where you really can't see the lake. But you can smell it. You can smell the lake. You can.
In a half mile, take exit 67A. Take exit 67A toward Village Drive, Horizon Road. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Horizon Road. Turn right onto Horizon Road. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Ridge Road. Turn right onto Ridge Road, Farm to Market Road 740. Continue on Farm to Market Road 740 for 4 miles.
You have to have a toll tag in order to go into the community. Ooh, look at that house. Ooh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. Oh my God, that's a mansion. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. They got some beautiful houses over here. Yes. Yes. Maybe I'll get a big tip. Those blessed by the Queen and King of Pentacles, they love to share. They'll nurture people. They will. You got these people out here who pretend like they're the Queen and King of Pentacles, and they stingy as F. They are in reverse. Reverse. Okay? Oh my God. They got some beautiful homes here. Woo! I'm almost tempted to take a ride through their neighborhood, but I'm not. I'm just thankful. I'm just grateful and thankful to be able to see it. I don't have to do no inspection. It's not my job to inspect their homes. But some of their homes are absolutely magnificent. The landscaping is... Woo. And there's a lot of painted brick. There is a lot of painted brick. So that could be an indicator to me that it's not going to be a horrible thing to paint the brick of my home whatever color I decide to paint it. Because I haven't decided, yes, my house does need to be repainted. If you own a house, you're going to have to do like repairs. The biggest unanticipated repair that I have is the place where the foundation hits the walls. Here in Texas, they don't have earthquakes, but it gets so hot and dry that the land gets cracked, and this wreaks a lot of havoc on homes. You can do soaker hoses and stuff like that, but it's gonna cost you some money.
In a half mile, turn right onto Lawrence Drive.
Keep your land from cracking from the heat. But this is a beautiful area. Heath is an area for people who have money, right? Doesn't need to commute. No need to commute. And
Turn right onto Lawrence Drive, Farm to Market Road 740.
you know, and have resigned to, you know, the
Continue for 1 mile.
you know, the slower pace of life, you know. I mean, they might have an airstrip out here, you know, you just come and go from, you know, take an airplane. But I mean, let's keep it real. We're just days away from people being able to you know, fly in a drone to get where they gotta go. Bois d'Arc. Yeah, most of these homes here, they're definitely on at least a half an acre or more. Of land.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto McCrummen Lane.
Most of them even more than that. Most of them even more than that. Now they have, you know, squeezed in some developmental areas where, you know, I guess somebody, you know, wanted to have affordable homes. But oh my God.
Turn left onto McCrummen Lane.
They got my eyes popping open. Because I know these homes.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Toulouse Lane.
These homes have got to be at least 800,000. 800,000. Okay?
Turn left onto Toulouse Lane. Then turn
Just-
right onto Isley Place.
Just because of all of the construction on the outside, ain't no telling what it looks like on the inside. And it's brand new
Turn
construction.
right onto Isley Place. Then turn right onto Eloise Drive.
I mean, it's trips like this that make me appreciate, you know, being
Turn
of
right
service.
onto Eloise Drive. Then turn left onto Calvin Drive.
Because I get to see things and learn things that I ain't never seen or learned before.
Turn left onto Calvin Drive.
Now I've seen homes like this over in Plano, right?
In 700 feet, 637 Calvin Drive, Heath, Texas 75032,
637.
USA will be on the left.
Oh, on the left, 637.
637 Calvin Drive, Heath, Texas 75032, USA is on the
The
left.
customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Okay. Leave at the door? No problem. Hold on, leave this at the door. Oh yeah, beautiful home, nice people. You know, when you got money, you can afford to be nice. For sure, for sure. Man, these homes here, oh gosh, they got They got a whole swimming pool with a slide in the backyard. They got a trampoline and a big ass jungle gym. And just the nicest people. Just the nicest people. These people have backyards as big as a whole half an acre in the backyard. These houses here, they look like the same kind of houses that they have in Plano, but the difference is Plano, they don't have no yard, right? They're like back, houses backed up to each other. Oh my God. That house there. They have like, woo, these people. They got money. Money. And these, how did I come down here? I was looking at this house, and this house is like beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that. They have a whole, they got magnolia trees, palm trees, just beautiful. I couldn't help but to come down here. Now, let me get out of here. Actually, I came down here because I got lost. They got all of these cul-de-sacs. And I came down this cul-de-sac by accident. But I was able to see this house on the corner. They even got room for a little soccer game in the backyard. That's what I'm saying. These houses are big and beautiful, better than the houses over in Plano, right? But they got yards, and they got jungle gyms. They got, designer backyards like the one that I showed you. Oh shit, yeah. Oh shit, yeah. My God. And look at that. Look at that gate entry over there. Right? Gate entry over there. Ah. They still got areas out here that, ranch, right? Because they got enough yard to be a ranch. For sure. But, in our society, ranches are really being pushed way, way out. They're being pushed out into urban areas. Here in Texas, ranch areas, they had ranch areas in the city. Then they pushed them out into the suburbs. And now they're being even pushed out further to urban areas. Because, urban areas at this point is like beyond Terrell, beyond Greenville almost. It's just like, that's how the population is growing. So yeah. You know, my eyes get so big when I see big, beautiful homes and people living it up. Living it up! You know? Right? And if you see them and they look happy, then it's just like, yeah, they must have did something right. They must have lived their life right. Because you can't live your life right and not be happy. Which, you know, makes me wonder, okay. You ordered from Taco Casa, right? For whatever the event is, right? Could be Sunday night football, I don't know. But I mean, could you have hired someone to come in and cook fresh food? Probably. Because that house definitely looked like they do entertaining there, right? Whether it's for the children or for the, you know, the masculine, you know, because they had nice, you know, pools. It looked like damn near a water park in the backyard. The pool was so big. And a jungle gym. And people aren't taking no orders out here for sure, right? You got to go inland. Look at these homes. Brand new homes. Out here in Heath, Texas. So let's keep it real. Say somebody is used to paying $6,000-$7,000 a month, right? For $6,000 or $7,000 a month, yeah, you can come and live in Heath, Texas. Yes, you can. Now, I don't know how welcome you'd be, but your money would be welcome. They'll welcome your money, at least for a little while. But if you turn out to be an asshole, they'll find a way to get rid of you. They'll find a way. Just beautiful. Oh my God. So anyway, my battery is about at 50%. Now over here they have a beautiful view of Lake Ray Hubbard. Oh my God. apartments over here, or condos or something. More like condos. See the new development over here. Tell you, this area over here is the best neighborhood, the bestest of neighborhoods, right? Even though some of these neighborhoods have been here for like decades, some of them, so you know they might need an upgrade. Yep, they might need an upgrade. And it happens. Now Friday, I was off the chain Friday when it came to my diet, right? When it came to my diet, I was off the chain, right? Not only did I have me a large caramel frappe, I also had me the free fries from McDonald's, right? Then I almost ate a whole pot of beans that I cooked because it was so good, right? And it was just like, somehow or another, you know, I just started feeling like kind of insatiable, right? And I think that was probably as a result that, you know, I'm not liking the fact that, you know, I could see where this 35 extra pounds is on my body. It's around my stomach. I don't like that. So even though I have done a huge progress as far as, you know, losing 50 pounds, right? Because I lost 50 pounds in about 6 months. And you know, it feels overwhelming when I think about it. I'm like, yeah, you lost 50 pounds and now you still have to lose another 30 pounds, 35 pounds. You know, that's 80, 85 pounds, right? It's overwhelming to think of it all lumped together like that. But honestly, it was even more overwhelming, you know, to have to jump from a 2X into an extra large and then boom, large, right? And I was like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the large. Even though I didn't recognize that I had a whole bunch of large size clothes in my closet, because that's how long it's been since I actually been in my closet. Most of the stuff that I've been wearing have been sweatsuits and leggings to work in a warehouse. It's 80 degrees out here right now, so it's starting to get hot. It said that it was trying to find me some orders to take me back to, you know, my area, but obviously there's no orders taking me back there. And so we're going to go back across Lake Ray Hubbard. Boom, boom. We were over there. Okay? But this is Lake Ray Hubbard. This is the area that I fell in love with when I came to Texas. And after seeing this area, I said, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. Because before then, I was like, maybe we made a mistake. Even though I knew in my heart I did not make a mistake, you know, leaving California, because California got really bad, especially where I was at, Long Beach. It had got bad. And what made it worse for me was, even though you could be, you know, at the beach is to the point where, you know, you can't even swim in the beach. It's so polluted. It's so dirty. So now you'll have some people who will go ahead and get in the water, right? And usually those are dudes, you know, who are surfers, right? You know, surfers, they get in the water with a full, most of them with a full wetsuit on. So the only time, you know, they have to worry about the condition of the water is when they fall into the water and So probably next month. Well, when I get my my seat cover, I'm gonna go and give the back a very good vacuuming. Just a really good vacuum. I'm gonna go and pay for a vacuum, or go to get my car washed and use the free vacuum. Either way it goes. And then after that, every time I put Snoopy in the car, she's gonna have the seat cover on. It's that way, if I do decide to start picking up passengers, right? If I do decide to pick up passengers, I won't be concerned about, all of the doggy hair that I have back there. Because I got a lot of doggy hair back there. A lot. So it needs to be like really vacuumed out, then washed down with a brush, and then re-vacuumed. That's how bad it is. It wasn't a bus. At least I wasn't, fighting a whole bunch of traffic. Got to see a beautiful neighborhood that I've never seen before. Over there on the other side of Rockwall, which is called Heath. People are living it up over there. Right? And surely, a man that can afford a home like that can afford to have a stay-at-home wife, one that he pays to stay at home and puts her inside of a beautiful home. Okay? Because most of these men, they put you inside of a pumpkin shell and they think they kept you very well. It's just like, motherfucker, this is a fucking pumpkin shell. You want me to be happy living inside of a pumpkin shell? And they're like, yeah. Come here, let me sex you up. Hold on.